Today we're going to make deer jerky. So here are our supplies to make our deer jerky. We have the seasoning and the salt measured out, our deer jerky gun with the attachment. We have a bowl to mix with the 1 pound of deer meat in it and our dehydrator. So let's get started. Okay, so here's all of our stuff here together, everything we're going to need to make the jerky. So I've got my bowl here, and here's my deer meat. So I'm just going to open that up and put that in the bowl. Throw this away. And then I have my seasons already here pre-measured. So what this is mesquite seasoning flavoring for jerky. And I have 15 mils of the salt and I have 30 mils of the seasoning. So there's not salt really in the seasoning. That is separate. That's the white that you see right there. So that is actually what will help to preserve it and dry it out with the dehydrator. And we want more seasoning than salt. We don't really want it to have too salty of a taste. So that's our measurements for 1 pound of deer meat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to get my jerky gun ready. So here's our jerky gun, and I'm just going to fill it up with the deer meat now. Just get as much in there until it's filled up. You can put right much in there. It holds right much. I'll probably only do this like 2 times, fill it up 2 times, then maybe once more with 1 pound of meat. Okay, so then you just screw this top on. And I've got my dehydrator trays here ready to go. I've got 4 trays here. I'm not going to end up filling all these up with just 1 pound of meat, but I've just got all 4 sitting here right now. So I've pulled the arm out so that what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull the trigger a few times to get it pushed down and get the air out, and you'll start seeing the jerky meat come out down here at the bottom. And it's just going to come out in these strips, and you can make them as long or as short as you want. And see, this one is doing 2 strips each, and I just like to go through. It'll kind of bubble up some, make waves as you're dragging it to make those strips, and I'll just kind of flatten that down a little bit. So then I can go right here beside it, and I'll put 2 more, and I just kind of drag it on those dehydrator tray grates there to kind of cut it off the meat so I can start again. So see, I made those 2 smaller. So you can just do it whatever size you want and just keep going until you get your trays full. So there's 1 tray. I'll just set that to the side for now, and we'll start the next one. You don't have to worry about being perfect with this. If you get little pieces that are torn off like little crumbs, it's okay. Everybody will eat it. Everybody will pick it up and eat it. So I've just run out, so I've got to take this end off again. I'm just going to lay it there on the tray, and I've got to pull the trigger. Okay, so I just ran out, and all I need to do now is I've unscrewed the top. I just laid it here on the trays, and I just need to repeat what I just did a while ago. Now, I'll show you real quick that whenever you finished everything out of the bowl, all of the meat out of the bowl, you'll see that you get some left here in the dispenser. And I always just take that off like that, and I get it out of there as best as I can. And I don't want to waste this, so what I do is I just end up making just little patties of jerky. Nobody in my family cares that it's like this. It's meat. I have a house full of guys, and they love to eat it any way they can get it. So here's this last little bit right here. Okay, so once you've filled all your trays, you've used all of your meat, you are just going to stack them all on here like this. And let me just wipe my hands off real quick. And then you just want to put the lid on. Now what I have here is a Nesco Garden Master food dehydrator and jerky maker. This is by American Harvest. This is pretty new for me. We've just had a basic dehydrator before, and this is definitely a step up. I like this a lot. So I'm just going to plug it up, and there's no on or off switch really. You see it lights up, and you just set it to what you want it set to, and just wait for the jerky to turn out. So this is going to be the final result. What I did was I set this dehydrator. We've got the start stop button here, the time and temperature button over here. It tells you right here that for jerky they recommend 160 degrees. That's what I did, and I did it for 6 hours. You can see on here there's still 1 hour and 32 minutes left. We usually stop it somewhere in between the 5 and 6 hours, but I go ahead and set it for 6 hours. And so we checked it a while ago, and it was almost ready, so we'll go ahead and take a look at it now. And this is what we have. This is actually pretty good. It's very warm, but it can still go just a little bit longer, but it's perfectly fine like this to eat too. I'll probably let it go ahead and go just a little longer. But yeah, this is deer jerky. We like it a lot. We eat it often, and it's super easy to make. So if you'd like the recipe, just let me know. Leave a comment, and I will get that to you. Thanks for watching. See you next time in the kitchen.